Hi, it's Enrique with Canine Perspective. Today we have Ozzy. It's her first day of her daycare and training program. She's on the 1900S Black Edition. In this video we're going to be going over how to find the number. So what number are you going to be using when you're training her or working her or walking her or just with Ozzy. So we have connection level, then working level, and then the connection, perception, working. So the first thing you want to find, or we want working. That's the number we want to use for training and everything. It's the number that works for Ozzy. Right now I can't tell you what Ozzy's number is. It's all going to depend on her. And then when I'm putting the collar on, I have it really high up. I took the prong off. You can use your prong with the e-collar. So if you're going to do that, you're going to want the prong above the e-collar, and then e-collar, and then the flat collar. So you want it fitted really snug. You don't really have to worry about her contact because she doesn't have that much fur, which is going to make getting contact a lot more easier. And then I like to fold it in and then put it through the loop again. But yeah, I have it right under her jaw. You can have it anywhere under her jaw, like this. We don't put it on top because it becomes too sensitive, and we don't put it on the Adam's apple just because we don't want pressure on that Adam's apple. So we're going to be using the nick function, which is the bumpy button on the side. And we're going to start at 5. So for the connection level, how do you know you have connection? When you see a twitch where the box is at, it's going to be on the left side, so you'll see a twitch, but Ozzy won't care. And then we go up a little bit, and then maybe Ozzy's like looking at me, or maybe looking towards the left side where the box is at. That's letting us know that she's starting to perceive it and she's starting to notice it, but she still doesn't care about it. And when I mean doesn't care about it, for example, if she's staring at a dog and I'm going up and then it's twitching, but she's still staring at that dog, and then I hit a certain number where she kind of like backs up or like disengages with the dog, that lets me know, oh, this number is the one that works for her. But here in this context, you might see her maybe sit down, or maybe she'll move to my right side or try to move. That lets us know that it's the number we reach is causing a certain level of concern. So that's the number we're going to be using for her training session. So we're starting at 5. We're going to go up in increments of 5, giving 3 taps. So tap, tap, tap. I tap 3 times in that same rhythm. So 5, tap, tap, tap. I'm going to go to 10. Tap, tap, tap. 15. Tap, tap, tap. 20, tap, tap, tap. Okay, good. Let's see what I can get with 25. Tap, tap. Good. So we'll keep it like 20. We'll do 23, 22. So you see how that dramatic change. That lets us know that we have reached a certain level of concern with Ozzy. The reason why we choose the working number, or why we choose this number, is because if I chose, say 10 made her sit and look at me, but then I kept going up and she didn't really care, and then I reached the number, she's like, okay, I'm gonna lay down. I tapped again, then she said, I'm gonna sit back up. So it's a very fast reaction. If I kept it at 10, let's say, for training, it'd take a long time to get Ozzy to know what's going on or catch on. And it'd be harder for the handler because it's a lot of, repeat, versus if we get the working number, it speeds up the process and it helps Ozzy a ton more because she realizes, it's very black and white the way she's going to be trained. So it allows her to think and just learn quicker. So that's how you find the working number, and this working number is 21, 22, 20, 25 is the range right now I found. And then keeping in mind that, it's pretty busy today. We have a lot of dogs in the playpen and then some puppies. And and then some dogs doing duration work, a dog on the treadmill. So if, and we're also indoors. If we were outside, the number could be different, but with the same reaction. So inside 21, outside could be 30. Hi, it's Enrique with Canine Perspective. Today we have Ozzy, a new daycare and trainer. It's her first day. This video we're going to be teaching the heel command. So heel is walk with me, sit with me, stay when I walk with me, stay with me, sit when I stop. And then Ozzy, let me show you real quick. Her right shoulder is supposed to be parallel with my left leg. If the left leg passes me, it's unacceptable, we correct that. If it's behind me, it's unacceptable, we correct that. If she's starting to go to my right side, we correct that. And this is all done in any environment. We're doing it here, but if we go outside and start working her, it's going to be an easy shh. Watch Cody and Haley, Corey. It'll be an easy thing to transfer. So we have our working number 21. So what I'm going to do is walk with Ozzy. Ozzy's probably going to pass. Once her right shoulder passes my left leg, it's going to be a tap and turn, immediate turn to my right, a 180. And then if I walk, she passes again, again, tap, turn, tap, turn. If Ozzy lags, I keep my movement and I tap for her to catch up. If Ozzy goes to my right side, I will use leash to guide her back to my left, but tapping as well. So it's the e-collar that's doing more of the work. I'm not going to be dragging her to my left side. It's just going to be the e-collar. What else? So yeah, we'll see how she does. And I'll let you guys know if I dip or go up on the number. So if I'm walking, I give a tap, tap, good. Oh, and also I'm going to give slack. I'm going to give a lot of slack. Not too much to where she's stepping over, so about like, this is good. So I have a J right under her armpit. It's good enough. I'm not holding it here because I'm not letting her make the mistakes to train her. So I want it like about there. I don't want it too low. If this was a longer leash, I wouldn't want it down to the ground because then she's going to be stepping over it. So take some slack right there. So I'm walking. Tap, tap. Just going to my right. Tap, tap. Good. Do a turn. No tapping here. Tap. Good. Turn. Tap. Tap. Good. I'm going to bump up. It's 25. Good. And then if she's paying attention, tap. Tap. If she's paying attention, tap for the lagging. Good. If she's paying attention, I do a slow turn. So tap, 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 tap. Good. I do a slow. Here, hold on. So she's paying attention. When I slow down, she slows down. It's right here. Tap, tap. Good. She's catching up. So if I slow down, she slows down. If I speed up, she'll speed up. And then I do a slow turn because I know she's paying attention. So if I speed up, tap, tap, good. Just turn, good. Good girl. So again, I'm going to do a little walk. Tap, tap, good. So I slow down, she's paying attention, so I do a slow turn. I slow down, slow turn, tap, tap, good. Slow turn, tap, tap, tap. Now I'm gonna slow down. So right here, tap, 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 good. Tap. So I'm gonna slow down to a stop. Tap. Good. So a few things you saw. She was very like laggy. So I was more tapping for her to catch up than her passing me. I did bump it up to 37. I saw that she was more responsive 37 than 25. She went to a few times. She went to my right side. So then again, like I said, I use leash pressure and then e-collar to guide her to my left side again, from my right side to my left, and then. So another part of the heel command is the auto sits. So when you're working on those, when it's transferring to you, when you come to a stop, we're going to have a pull, leash pressure pulling up, and then pairing it with a tap. After a while, when you're conditioning the leash pressure tap for her to sit, then you can start leaning away from the leash and just give a tap and see if she'll sit. Again, I'm not using any words right now, but once I've done this enough and see a consistency in the heel command and training, I'll add in the word heel. And then I don't say sit when it comes to a stop, it's heel. I'll show you right now. So how the heel looks is heel, left leg, tap, tap, good, tap, good, tap, good. And I slow down. So right here, tap, 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 good. So if I speed up, no tapping, good. I slow down, she slows down with me. I do a slow turn to my right, good. Tap, and I slow down to a stop, and she sits. I haven't been practicing the auto sits yet. This is all first time for her, so she's probably sitting due to the level of attention, just trying to keep up with me. So she's standing, she'd probably be looking around, but since she wants to focus on me, she wants to sit. But if she doesn't sit, no need for a tap. But if she doesn't sit, leash pressure up and tap. Another thing we teach for the heel is the break command. So if you're practicing the heel, or you're going to heel for a walk, and you want to release her, I'll let her do whatever she wants. We use break, so it'd be, you can pull up to grass or maybe your yard or whatever, and cue the word break, and give her pressure, go in there, and then she can just do whatever she'd like. And then once I say the word heel, she's back on the clock, so I give it a tap. Tap, 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 tap. Good. So right here, tap, 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 tap. Good. Tap, tap, tap. Slow to a stop. So that's the heel. So break, and then she can do whatever she wants. Hi, it's Enrique, Camera Perspective. Today we're going to be going over the heel turn. So we did heel part one, where it's just walking back and forth, getting Ozzy used to the structure. So now I'm going to show the turns when you're doing a left turn and a right turn. So before everything, we always want to slow down to let Ozzy know that something's going to happen, a change. So if I'm walking in heel and I abruptly stop, turn, or one of those things, Ozzy's going to be caught off guard. So if I just stop, Ozzy's most likely going to pass. If I turn, let's say I'm going to turn left, I'm going to run into Ozzy. If I turn right, or make a right turn back, she might just keep going. So I'm going to go ahead and show the left turns. So heel, tap, 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 tap. Good. So her left, I'm going to slow down. So I'm seeing she's paying attention. Right leg, left leg, right leg. Tap, 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 tap. Okay. For the lagging. So if I slow down again, I see she's paying attention, so I'll proceed with the left turn. Right leg, right leg. Good. I slow down. Right leg, right leg. I slow down. She's paying attention, so I proceed with the right turn. A left turn, I mean. So here, tap, tap, tap. Good. So if I slow down and she's passing me like right, okay, she auto-corrected, but if she's passing me, I don't do the right turn or left turn. I just do the correctional turn, so it'll be a tap turn. Because if you try to do it, you're going to run into Ozzy's side, or it's just going to be a mess. So those are the left turns. The right turns is going to be similar to the correctional turns, except we're going to be walking. So if I slow down, it's going to be a left leg, and then back on the left, going that way. So heel. So here, tap, tap. Good. So once I slow down, left leg, left leg. I slow down, left leg, left leg. Good girl. So here she's lagging a bit, so I'm gonna give it a tap. She catches up, good. Slow down, left leg, left leg. Give it a tap. Her to catch up, good. I slow down, left leg, left leg. Now I'm gonna do a stop, so I'm gonna slow down. So now I'm gonna mix them up, left turns and right turns. And just quickly overview them. Yeah, so heel. So I'm going to do a left turn, so I slow down. Right, left, right. I'm going to do a right turn, so I'm going to slow down, do a left leg, left leg. I'm going to do another left turn, right leg, right leg. I'm going to do another left turn, close to the camera. Good. Right, left, right. And if I bump into her head, it's fine. Right, left, right. She'll eventually pivot herself out to avoid the knee if it ends up hitting her. So right, left, right. Tap, tap, tap. Good. So I'm going to do a right turn, or slow down. She's paying attention. So left leg, left leg. Tap to speed her up. Tap, Good. So those are the turns. The most important part would be slowing down the stops and turns. Turns going backwards are pretty easy. If you're gonna make a turn going right, and then straight right, you're gonna have to lead with the right foot, and then you're gonna have to tap Ozzy to correct her because she's most likely not gonna know that turn, but we'll review it for her. And then, yeah, so when practicing this, you can do when you're gonna do your walk, you can do 5 left turns, 5 right turns, then mix them up, and then break, and then say heel and tap, and then continue walking, and then maybe a few more turns every now and then just to practice. What else? Yep, that's it. Break. Hi, Shamika, Canyon Perspective, and Corey with Daycare and Train Ozzy. Today we're going to be doing some recall work. I have a 30-foot long leash. Corey has the 6-foot one, short leash. We're using the e-collar. So what we're going to do is, the goal is Ozzy come, and she comes. So 30-foot, give us space. 2 leashes to hold Ozzy with Corey because Ozzy's going to get, she's going to want to come to me instead of waiting to get tapped and everything. So we're going to use the 30-foot, and the 30-foot is also to make it happen. If she decides to run away, we have the long leash to keep her in a distance, and then the e-collar as well. So the first thing we're going to do is long leash tension paired with e-collar. You can go all the way to the wall, all the way to the wall. So right here, there's no tension in the leash. Right here, there's tension. I can feel it. So with this tension, I'm gonna pair it with the remote. So I'm at her working number 25. So tension, tap, tap, 3 steps back, reel in my leash. Good. Girl, I'm gonna tap for, see if I can get her closer, tap. Good. Tap for the sit. Good. Good girl. Break. So with the tension and the tap, after that, you want to do 3 to 4 steps back to draw her in. So here's tension, tap, tap, tap. Good. Then after those 3 to 4 steps, I hold my position, see what Ozzy decides to do, and this is good. I don't know if you can see it there. Break. So there's no tension here. I'm going to add tension and then give a tap, 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 and then Corey drops the leash. 3 to 4 steps back, I hold. I can reel in my leash. Good. And it doesn't matter if she lands in front or the side, just as long as she's in the vicinity. So break, break. So now I'm gonna start getting away from the tension. So I'm just gonna tap first, and then she's having a hard time. I'll give the leash tension. So I'm gonna give a tap, tap, tap. There, no tension, good. Good girl. So right here, good. Break. If Ozzy were to Ah, shit. If Ozzy were to start coming to me and then past me, I would turn and face her, and then back, and then tap. Let's see. Okay. Tap. Good. Do a tap. Good. Oh, break. Wait. So tap, tap. There we go. So here, okay, good. Do a tap. Good girl. Break. Oh yeah, I think. Oh. So far so good. So I'm gonna start using the word Ozzy come, and then tap. She's having a hard time. Leash pressure. Ozzy was gonna get tangled up. If she got tangled up, we worked through that. Okay. Ozzy, come. Tap. 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 Good girl. Okay, break. So cue and tap. And I'll explain why we're always going to be tapping with the cue word. In a bit. Ozzy, come. Tap. Tap. Good girl. Oh no. Break. The leash got her nose dirty. Ozzy, come. Tap. Good girl. Break. And this will be the last one, Corey. $248. Ozzy, come. Tap. Good girl. Break. We'll cap it here. So we'll cap it here. So just going over a few things. When we started, it was least tension, pair with the e-collar. And then tension, tap, tap. Then when she started making her way, 3 to 4 steps back. Then I hold my position, see what she's gonna do. Is she gonna pass me? Is she gonna go that way? Is she gonna go that way? Whatever. If she ends up going that way, I face her, tap, and then proceed to back up again, tapping until she makes her way to me. If she passes me, so if I'm facing this way, she passed me, I face her, tap, tap, and then start reeling in my leash again. It's important to reel in your leash when she's coming to you so that she doesn't have 30 feet to pass you. Then after that phase, once I saw some consistency, what do we do? Oh, we got rid of the leash tension and just did tap. So then it was just tap, see what she would do, and then if she wasn't, if she was having a hard time, we would result in the leash pressure or tension to guide her. But since we did a few reps, she kind of got the idea. So when I tapped, tap, tap, the third tap, she came to me. Again, if she was having a hard time after that third tap, I would use release tension to guide her. And then once I saw some consistency with that part, it was just, now we can include the word Ozzy come. So Ozzy come tap, and then 3 to 4 steps back, reeling in your leash, and then seeing what she's going to do. The reason why we always want to tap after we say Ozzy come is because, and this is just for the beginning stages, when you're first practicing, sometimes if we're going to recall your dog, and then she starts coming, but then you don't see it, you don't catch it, and then you tap. So you tap too late, basically. Ozzy could either think she's doing something wrong, so she's probably going to go the opposite way, or shut down, and we don't want either of those. So if right off the bat we're saying Ozzy come, she's coming, tap, Ozzy come, tap, always. It's getting rid of that confusion if it's ever brought up again in the future. There was a moment where Ozzy I thought she was going to get tangled up and she was kind of stumbling, but as you saw, we kept working through that to get her over that distraction. So in real life, something similar would have been like a squirrel running by. She sees the squirrel, she wants to go, no, tap, 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 using the leash to keep guiding her to me. So it's kind of similar in that aspect. When you're practicing the recall command, if you go to a park, you want your 30-foot leash, let her do whatever, and then out of nowhere, Ozzy come, tap, reel in your leash, 3 to 4 steps back, and she's coming. The 3 to 4 steps back is important because if it's loud or maybe she didn't hear you and you're tapping or she sees you, she's like, well, what do you want me to do now? And if she sees you backing up, she's like, oh, go to Enrique or go to, the handler. So yeah, when you're practicing this in the field or in the park or wherever, you want to make sure you have your 30-foot leash in the beginning. Do a recall like once when you go to the park. The next time you go to a park, maybe 0 recalls. And then the next time 3, next time 2, next time none, next time 1. Mix it up. Don't drill this out command too much during her free time, just because she might not want to go do her thing, because she's going to be like, well, I'm going to get remoted to come back to you anyway, so I'm not going to go. Same thing with squirrels. If she likes squirrels, she might not want to chase squirrels if you're drilling it out so much, so it's important to mix it up. And then, there's Ozzy. The next phase would be, so Corey walked, stopped, I recalled. The next phase would be Corey's walking. I recall Ozzy off the walking part because that's more realistic. People usually call their dogs or do a recall when the dog's moving. And then after we get through that phase, then Corey might do a little jog, and then I recall her off the jog. So yeah, and that's recall. Alright, so you get the canine perspective. We have Ozzy here today. We're going to be going over the down command and also the sit, but more focusing on the down. So for down, there's 2 ways we teach it. One way is stepping on the leash and then giving tension and pairing it with a remote. So we'll do that first. I'm going to dip down to 20 since this is something new. So I have my flat collar, my leash, put it on my foot, and right there's tension. So give it tap, tap. There we go. So I just took my time with it. Good girl. Break. I've never taught her this before, but with the understanding of the e-collar, wait, am I okay? She got it. So tension, tap. Good girl. Good girl, Ozzy. Break. And then another way we teach the down is, so I'm going to hold my leash, thumb through the loop, take some leash, and then have it pulling away from me. So if she were to like maybe start to freak out, and if she were to stand up or jump, I'm already going that way, so she would just go that way instead of coming at my face. And then I'm going to put pressure on her shoulders in an angle kind of like this, so she can fold like that. If I'm pushing down, her arms are straight, so it'll be more difficult for her to go down, pushing straight down. So here. And I'm not doing a lot of pressure, just like tension, and then tap, tap. Good. Good girl. She's on my foot. So yeah, it's just gentle pressure on her shoulders so that she can fold down. And I'm slowly tapping. Her working numbers are like usually 30 or 25. I went down to 20 just because it is something new. Break. And then once we keep, and once it's practiced enough, and it's being consistent with her responses, as she's not giving any confusion, tap. Then we can start cueing the word. Good girl. Break. Cueing the word down. So once the down command is issued, she's not allowed to hop off or get up. So if I give tension, nothing, tap, tap. Good. Good girl. Good girl, Ozzy. Break. So I'll go over it again. So tension, tap. Good girl. So we'll keep practicing this during her daycare and train. She's here for 5 days. So yeah, ways to practice this, more focusing on like the duration part of it. If you're going to like a restaurant or you're watching a movie or you're going to be stationary for a bit, you can have this set up, short leash, e-collar. If you're going to eat dinner, put her down, step on the leash, eat your dinner at a restaurant, wherever you are at, or your any type of work you're doing. And then if she were to get up, result in the e-collar. When you issue the word command down on the placemat, we kind of don't recommend that because sometimes owners will say down on the placemat, and then the dog gets up after a while, maybe like an hour or two, and then the owner forgets they said down. So yeah, dasty down. Oh, and then for the sit, it's kind of the same thing when teaching the auto sits. It's going to be up and then tap, 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 tap. So bump at 40, tap, tap, almost tap, 45, tap, 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 good. So for the sit, before you would do that, you would cue the word sit, up and tap once consistent. Other ways to do the sit, break, is she's moving, and once I say sit, I stop, and then up and tap. But yeah, that's it. Hi, it's Enrique with Canine Perspective. In this video, we have Ozzy, a daycare and train, and we're going to be teaching the stay command. So, right now, not Holly, Ozzy is in no command. She's on break, so she can do whatever she'd like. But now, when I say heel, She's on the clock. She's supposed to be following me. Good. Good. And then when I come to a stop, so I'm going to give leash pressure up and then tap. Good. So right here, I didn't say sit. I didn't say anything. I said heel. So this position is a sitting position, but it's not sit. She's not under command of sit. So if I move, Ozzy is going to move with me. So if you wanted Ozzy to stay in a position she's in, we would use the word stay, the stay command. So when we're teaching this, what I'm going to do is wave my left hand in front of Ozzy and then pivot out in front with the right foot. So stay, pivot out the right. And I want to hold the leash like this. There's no tension. It's just, if she were to get up, I pull up and then tap. But I want it here so it's not like this, so she doesn't get to me, versus just having her stay that distance away. So she did good. I return her side, give her praise. And then when I pivot out again, good. So back into heel, heel. So tap, 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 tap. Good. So tap, good. So again, stay, pivot out the right foot. Now I'm gonna do a little walk around. Give her some praise. Back up. Good girl. If I'm doing my walk around and she gets up, I would pause and then correct it with the leash and then tap. I don't want to keep moving because she's going to think heel and she's going to try to follow me. Okay, so heel. So I give a tap. Good girl. Stay. Ozzy. See if I can get her to get up. Heel. Slow to a stop. Give a tap. Tap. Good girl. Stay. The reason why the right foot is so important is because right foot is stay, left leg is heel. So if I did it with the left foot, she might think that's heel. So to help her tell which is which, we use separate legs, separate feet. Good girl. So that's the stay command. When practicing this in the real world, what we usually like to do is take dogs out for walks, and then at a red light or a stoplight or a crosswalk, we'll issue the stay command, pivot out, do a little practice there. If Ozzy's on break and she has to go potty, then you put her back into the heel position, or maybe she just decides to sit. Stay, pick up the poop, throw it away, and then come back, heel, continue your walk. We didn't see her make any mistakes. Stay. But again, if she were to, we'd pause, up, and tap. But yeah. Break. Hi, it's Enrique with Canine Perspective. Today we have Ozzy. She's a new daycare and train. In this video, we're going to be covering the place command. So, place command is, we send you to this area, and she's not allowed to hop off the placemat. She can lay down, sit down, stand, chew on a bone, do whatever she like or whatever the owner would like her to do. She just can't hop off place. So right now we're going to be focusing on the send-off part of place. So what I'm going to start doing is I have her working number right now ready, just a 25, and then let's see. So without words or anything, I want to use the leash for guidance to draw her that way, and then pair it with the remote. Again, no words or anything. So I'm going to hold the placemat just in case she decides to overshoot it, and then, or if she decides to put the brakes on, I can hold the placemat so it's still. Things to expect: maybe some resistance, maybe some. Maybe she might put the brakes on or try to get away from it instead of going to it. But yeah. So this is the 1900S Black Edition, by the way. So there's some leash guidance. I'm not dragging her or anything. And then I'm going to give it tap, tap. Good. Good girl. Good girl. So right here, tap, tap. Good girl. Good girl. Break. Good. So leash guidance, tap, tap. Good girl. Good girl, Ozzy. Yeah. Good. Break. And the break command is just, she can hop off. That's the only time she's allowed to hop off. Good girl. So leash guidance, tap. Good. So I'm seeing that she's getting the concept of the leash guidance and tap. So now I'm going to start taking away the leash. Break. So now I'm just going to give a tap, then leash if needed. So right here she wants to go. If Ozzy were to go to placemat without me tapping or for me not to cue her, I wouldn't correct it. I'd just pull her back just so we have something to train. So right here, tap, tap, tap. So I'm going to use leash guidance now. Tap, tap. Good. I'm going to bump my number. Good. Break. Good. Tap, tap. Good. Good girl. Break. So that was a good one, where she didn't need any leash guidance. Good. Tap. 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 Good. So I give 3 taps, and then I result to leash guidance if needed. Break. Good. Shh. Tap. 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 Good girl. Break. I'm going to change sides. Start doing little by little on each side just to get her used to the placemat. So I don't care if she sits, stands, or whatever before I send her. I just need her to be, not moving towards it. So tap, 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 tap. There we go. Good girl. Break. Good. Tap, tap. Good. So once I see, break, a consistent send off, so where I tap and then she just goes, I don't need the leash anymore. Then it can start cueing it. So tap, tap, tap. Good. Good. Break. Sometimes dogs will have a hard time breaking, which means if I say break, they don't want to get off. I wouldn't use the e-collar to pull them off. I just use the leash. So tap. Good girl. I bumped it to 36 to see if that would get her to motivate. So tap. Good. Break. It's labeled. Tap. Or maybe it's not on. I don't know. I don't know. Good girl. Break. Good. Tap. 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 Good girl. So now I'm going to start cueing the word. Break. Place. Okay. So I said place. From what I know, she's never heard the word place or has done any place work in this context. Break. So sometimes when you're practicing something and it's becoming consistent, and then you just add a word, the dog will just do it because they've been doing it. So that's why it was just an automatic, where she just went to place when I said it. Place. Good girl. So now the send off is good. I'm gonna do a little walk around. So if she gets off, I hold up, tap. Good. So if she gets off like that, I pause, and then I tap to see if the tap would correct her. So right here, tap, tap. Good. And then I continue. Tap, tap, tap. Good. So here she's like, well, if I can't get off, I'll just relax. But then right here she got back up. Good girl. Good girl. Break. So then as we keep practicing this, we can start increasing our distance, doing it on all different sides. We've only been practicing on the right side and this side. So I can start increasing my distance here, but if I wanted to practice on another side or another angle, I would need to start close, work my way farther up. Place, tap, tap, tap. Good. Good. Place work is also a good starting command for the e-collar because you're teaching Ozzy, or she's learning how to turn off the e-collar this way. Break. Place. Good girl. Good girl, Ozzy. She thought about it. She thought about it. Good girl. Break. Good. Place. Tap. Good. Break. Place. No tapping, no leash pressure. It's good. Tap. Good. Good, good. So after we teach this right away, we do duration work with her. We have a placemat open right with Ozzy's name on it. So she's just going to be doing duration work throughout her day here during her daycare and train. We have columns. So when we practice it here, there's a tether. We tether the dog. We give them enough leash to make the mistakes. so they can correct it. So if I want to do duration work with Ozzy, I place her. I have the remote on me since she's new with this, and I come here and train another board and train we have. And then if she ever steps off, I can tap from here, and then she should auto-correct. Because I was seeing it here, I would tap and she would track her paw, and then we also have the tether to help them because it's restricting them from going anywhere else besides back to the placemat. So if you want to practice at home, you can do this, same way we do it, tethering your dog. Or if you have like a little office area and you're doing your work there, you can set like a placemat, a yoga mat, a rug, anything that has a visual for hopping off, hopping on for Ozzy, and then you just keep your short leash on, and then your e-collar on. So if you're doing work in the small office and it's closed and everything, she gets off, start tapping, grab the leash, bring her back, no words or anything. If you say place again, you reset the command. So it's not correcting Ozzy, so you just want to use no words, just the e-collar and your leash. If you're doing this in your living room and you don't, it's a lot of space and she can probably get away, you can have your yoga mat, placemat, her dog bed, whatever, next to you, leash on, drop the leash, step on the leash, have your remotes, and watch your movie. Or you can put it by your desk as well. There's a few options, practicing place work and duration work. If you want Ozzy to be able to stay on place for 4 hours, you should practice till 5 hours. So that 4 hours is not a big deal to Ozzy. If you practice for 4 hours and you want her to stay for 4 hours, consistently, then there might be like an issue where she's like, oh, okay, I think it's time to get off. I'm going to get off. So practice for more than you plan to. But other than that, so yeah, this is fine. Like I said, standing, laying down, chewing on a bone. If Ozzy decides to chew on her bed and you correct it, you might see Ozzy hop off the bed because she's thinking the bed has something to do with the tapping. So then you would just clarify for her, correct her for getting off, place her back, she chews again, tap, and then keep repeating that. Eventually, Ozzy will recognize, oh, I think it was when I chew the bed. That's what happens. So we'll do one more just to show you guys. Break. Good. Place. Good. Good girl. And then if I'm farther away, so say I'm here, I'll go right here. And I'm saying place and she's not going, she doesn't know what to do because we're too far, I'd take one step in, add leash pressures to guide her. I don't never want to drag her here because then she doesn't really learn. We want the e-collar to do the work and let her figure it out herself. But yeah. Good girl. Break.